General Hospital spoilers, Drew drugs his prey with ketamine and successfully takes over ELQ, a ruthless takeover that stuns Port Charles. Port Charles has never seen anything like this. The latest General Hospital bombshell storyline has fans reeling as good guy Drew Kane takes a dark, dangerous turn. In an unprecedented twist, Drew, once a beacon of morality, crosses lines no one thought possible. With ketamine in hand and ELQ domination in sight, he sets a trap that changes everything for the Quartermain family. This 4,000-word breakdown dives into the shocking twists, motivations, and long-term impact of Drew's treacherous plan. From secret lab work to boardroom betrayals, prepare to witness GH like never before. Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, returned to Port Charles with a heroic narrative, rescued from captivity, a Navy SEAL with a heart of gold. But prison changes a man. His recent experiences, betrayal by Nina and rejection from Carly, have hardened him. The once grounded man begins to crack, especially after feeling disposable and undermined in the Quartermain empire. "You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain," he mutters to himself in a shadowy scene, the camera lingering on a vial tucked inside his jacket pocket. At first, Drew tries to win over ELQ through standard channels, boardroom deals, charm, influence. But Ned's return as Eddie Main has left the company vulnerable, and Valentine Cassidy's absence opens up an opportunity too sweet to ignore. That's when he meets Zeke Robinson, the sharp, ethically compromised attorney who offers Drew a new philosophy. If you want the crown, you have to steal it. ELQ isn't a prize you earn. It's a throne you conquer. Michael Corinthos is the golden boy of ELQ and the main obstacle standing in Drew's way. With Ned out of the loop and Tracy distracted by Brooklyn's drama, Michael has been steering the ship. Drew's partnership with Michael was supposed to be rock solid, but a board decision to delay Drew's strategic expansion plan sets him off. Enraged and humiliated, Drew decides Michael has to go, temporarily. Not killed, just removed long enough for Drew to implement a hostile boardroom coup. Enter ketamine. A pharmaceutical connection from his time in Afghanistan provides Drew with a powerful sedative, disguised as an experimental anxiety treatment. He arranges a meeting with Michael at the Metro Court, pretending to want reconciliation and to apologize over drinks. In a dimly lit private lounge, Drew shares a bourbon with Michael. The waiter, bribed with a thick envelope, swaps glasses as Drew excuses himself to take a call. Michael never sees it coming. Within minutes, his speech slurs, his body goes slack, and he collapses to the floor. Drew acts fast, pretending Michael is suffering from a panic attack. He calls over Jocelyn and Brooklyn, both nearby, and rushes Michael to GH, ensuring he's treated as a psychiatric patient suffering severe burnout. With Sonny out of town on a mission to protect Christina and Willow away in Germany for follow-up leukemia treatment, Michael has no one close enough to dig deeper. Drew manipulates Elizabeth into keeping Michael sedated for 72 hours, doctor's orders, based on Drew's fabricated psychiatrist report. With Michael sidelined, Drew strikes fast. He calls an emergency ELQ board meeting and produces a forged medical directive signed by Michael, ceding power of attorney in case of mental incapacitation. He also announces that Ned's memory regression disqualifies him from executive power. Brooklyn, torn but manipulated, abstains from voting. Tracy is mysteriously absent, delayed by a misrouted private jet Drew orchestrated. Leo, still too young to vote and focused on school, is out of the equation. The boardroom vote passes. Drew Kane is officially the new CEO of ELQ. Nina Reeves watches the headlines with suspicion. Though her own battles with Willow and Sonny have consumed her lately, she senses something wrong with Michael's disappearance from public view. Her own daughter Willow has been eerily quiet too. When she attempts to visit Michael in the hospital, she's denied access by order of the family. That's when she turns to Carly. Carly initially refuses to believe Drew could do something so extreme. But a late-night voicemail from Jocelyn, describing Michael's condition as too weird to be natural, shakes her to the core. Carly sneaks into Michael's GH room with Spinelli's help and discovers the truth. Michael is on ketamine, a fact confirmed by lab results she blackmails Liz into providing. Furious and heartbroken, Carly confronts Drew. "Who are you?" Carly demands, her voice trembling with disbelief. "You drug my son for what? ELQ? That's not ambition, Drew. That's madness." Drew, now fully transformed, shrugs. "It's survival, Carly. You left me when I needed you most. Now I take what's mine." He goes on to accuse Carly of always choosing Sonny and Jason over him. "You wanted a nice guy you could control. Well, nice guys don't win in this town." The confrontation ends with Carly slapping Drew and vowing to expose him. Just as Drew begins settling into his CEO throne, a ghost from the past returns, Valentine Cassadine. With a vengeance. Valentine has been secretly monitoring ELQ from Paris, where he's been recovering after being poisoned. Thanks to Martin's legal sleight of hand, Valentine has retained silent shares in ELQ. He's also been working with Tracy behind the scenes. Tracy finally returns, furious at Drew's betrayal and manipulation of Brooklyn. Together, they planned a corporate takedown. Carly files formal charges against Drew, using Michael's lab results and forged documents. Diane Miller represents Carly and Michael, while Drew hires Zeke Robinson as his defense. In court, things get explosive. Liz is forced to testify, visibly shaken, about Drew's manipulation of Michael's chart. Brooklyn cries on the stand, admitting she felt pressure not to oppose Drew. The courtroom drama crescendos when Michael takes the stand himself, having recovered fully and testifying against the man he once trusted. Drew watches it all unfold with dead eyes as Drew faces potential prison time. The quartermains fracture even further. Monica returns in a surprise appearance, begging Drew to turn himself in and make amends. Sam keeps Scout away, refusing to let Drew have contact until he becomes a man again. Drew has a chance to run. Zeke arranges a private jet, a new passport, and millions stashed offshore. But in a final twist of humanity, Drew declines. Instead, he turns himself in, leaving Port Charles stunned. With Drew behind bars, Valentine reclaims his ELQ throne, but with conditions. He names Michael his second-in-command, restoring balance to the company. Tracy initiates a new family code. No more secrets, no more betrayals. Whether that sticks is anyone's guess. Carly, still grieving what Drew became, finds solace in Jason, who returns just as the dust settles. And as for Drew, he stares out of his prison cell whispering, "It was worth it." Drew Kane's shocking descent into moral darkness is one of General Hospital's boldest moves yet. By drugging Michael, seizing power, and burning his relationships to the ground, he set the stage for years of fallout. Is redemption even possible? Or has Drew joined the ranks of GH's most dangerous anti-heroes? One thing is clear: Port Charles will never be the same.